Royal Athlete, ridden by Graham Bradley. 2, Sibton Abbey, Paul Murphy. 3, Zeta's Lad, Robbie Supple. 4, Garrison Savannah, Brendan Powell. 5, Dakin's Boy, Carl Llewellyn. 6, Springer Leak the Mare, ridden by Jamie Osborne. 8, Parsons Green, Blinkered, like Garrison Savannah, ridden by Richard Dunwoody. And 9 is What's the Crack, ridden by Adrian Maguire. And here's how they bet at the moment.
And quite a light betting heat so far. No particular confidence in anything. 9-2 the field, 3 co-favourites. 9-2 Springer Leak, 9-2 also Dakin's Boy, who opened at 4, and 9-2 Garrison Savannah. Then it's 11-2 Parsons Green from 5, likewise Zeta's Lad. 10-1 Easy to Back Royal Athlete, 11-1 What's the Crack, and Sibton Abbey.
21 fences this time, and racing towards the first of them. What's the Crack? Springer Leak and Parsons Green as they come to it. What's the Crack lands just in the lead from Springer Leak and Parsons Green, being followed by Sibton Abbey and Garrison Savannah and Deacon's Boy over on the far side. Royal Athletes just the back marker with Zeta's Lad. Parsons Green there just took it up from What's the Crack and Garrison Savannah. Springer Leak back in fourth now, then Sibton Abbey, and behind them Dakin's Boy, Zeta's Lad and Royal Athlete. Now they come down to the third. This is the fence in front of the stands. And Parsons Green the leader from What's the Crack and Sibton Abbey, and on the far side Garrison Savannah, and then Parsons Green and Dakin's Boy and Zeta's Lad and Royal Athlete. 3 miles, 3 furlongs in all this. And Parsons Green and Richard Dunwoody making it from What's the Crack, Sibton Abbey and Garrison Savannah as they come to the fourth of the 21 fences. Parsons Green lands in the lead from What's the Crack and Sibton Abbey, Garrison Savannah. Then Dakin's Boy on the inside of Springer Leak, and behind them Royal Athlete and Zeta's Lad. Parsons Green coming to the fifth from What's the Crack and Sibton Abbey. Garrison jumped it in fourth, behind him Dakin's Boy, on the outside then Springer Leak, Royal Athlete and Zeta's Lad as they come down to the water now for the first time. Now the first of the ditches. Parsons Green from What a Crack and Sibton Abbey. All safely over that first ditch. Parsons Green, What a Crack, Sibton Abbey as they come to the 8th. Garrison Savannah next. And now coming to the second of the ditches. Parsons Green from What a Crack and Sibton Abbey and Garrison Savannah. Springer Leak and Dakin's Boy, Zeta's Lad and Royal Athlete. Parsons Green lands clear of What a Crack and Garrison Savannah and Sibton Abbey. A little gap then to Springer Leak and Dakin's Boy and Zeta's Lad and Royal Athlete. Beginning the run downhill, and Parsons Green the leader from What's the Crack. Over to the left we see Sibton Abbey, on the far right Garrison Savannah, just in behind them Springer Leak as they come to the 10th. Parsons Green, Garrison Savannah jumping well on the inside. What's the Crack, Sibton Abbey, these are the leading quartet, being pursued by Springer Leak and Dakin's Boy, Royal Athlete and Zeta's Lad. Now back to the fence in front of the stand, number 12 this time, be number 21 on the next circuit. Parsons Green from What's the Track and Garrison Savannah, Sibton Abbey, Springer Leak and Dakin's Boy, Royal Athlete and Zeta's Lad. What's the Crack Getting a little bit closer to Parsons Green. Garrison Savannah third, 4 Sipton Abbey, 5 Springer League, 6 improving on the outside. Royal Athlete just matching strides now with Dakin's Boy on the inside. Zeta's Lad, the back marker. Just a slight mistake there by Dakin's Boy. Just nodded on landing. Parsons Green the leader. From What's the Crack, Garrison Savannah and Sipton Abbey. Dakin's going back on the inside. Royal Athlete going strongly on the outside. Then Springer Leak and Zeta's Lad as they jump the 40. Another mistake by Dakin's Boy there. That was quite a bad mistake, although he's still continuing with plenty of momentum. Over the water now for the final time. Parsons Green and What's the Crack. Garrison Savannah. Sipton Abbey, Royal Athlete. Dakin's Boy, Zeta's Lad. And finally Springer Leak. Third of the ditches. Parsons Green lands in the lead from What's the Crack. Garrison Savannah still going well on the inside, saving ground all the time. Just in behind them, Sipton Abbey, Dakin's Boy, Royal Athlete. This is 5 from home. Parsons Green and Garrison Savannah. These two now. Springer Leak can be counted out. Made a bad mistake there as they come now to the final ditch. 4 from home. Parsons Green and Garrison Savannah. They've opened up a gap of about 8 lengths. And a mistake there by Parsons Green is nearly gone, and Garrison Savannah is left about 5, 6, 7 lengths clear of Parsons Green and Dakin's Boy. Then comes What's the Crack. Springer Leak has been pulled up. Royal Athlete's improving. Zeta's Lad just in behind them, beginning the run downhill. And Garrison Savannah, the 1991 Tote Cheltenham Gold Cup winner, has an advantage of 4 to 5 lengths over Dakin's Boy, who's made 2 bad mistakes but who's still improving. Royal Athlete is still getting there too, getting closer all the time. Then What's the Crack and then Zeta's Lad. 3 from home. Garrison Savannah landed in the lead from Royal Athlete. Garrison Savannah it is from Royal Athlete. The two Jenny Pitman contenders, first and second at the moment as they come to the second last. Garrison Savannah lands in the lead from Royal Athlete. Mistake there again by Dakin's Boy. What's the Crack on the outside? Zeta's Lad back in 4. Garrison Savannah from What's the Crack and Royal Athlete as they round the home turn with 1 left to jump in the Flowers Original Handicap chase. Garrison Savannah being pursued by What's the Crack on the near side. Royal Athlete on the far side. Garrison Savannah with a fractional advantage, but Royal Athlete coming there strongly on the far side. Royal Athlete lands just in the lead from Garrison Savannah. It's still the Pitman 1-2 over on the far side. Royal Athlete going away now. Garrison Savannah on the near side. What's the Crack moving into second, racing up towards the line now, and Royal Athlete is going to win the Flowers Original Handicap chase. Second is What's the Crack. It's going to be close for third with Dakin's Boy getting up to be third. Garrison Savannah 4, 5 was Zeta's Lad, 6 Parsons Green and 7 Sipton Abbey. And so the result of the opener on Mackeson Day, winner of the Flowers Original Handicap chase is number 1 Royal Athlete, owned by Mr. G&L Johnson, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pitman, ridden by Graham Bradley, his 18th winner of the season. Second was number 9 What's the Crack, owned by Mr. Jerry Wright, trained by David Nicholson, ridden by Adrian Maguire. And third, number 5 Dakin's Boy, owned by Mr. Alan Parker, trained by Nigel Twiston Davis, ridden by Carl Llewellyn, with fourth, number 4 Garrison Savannah.
First, number 1 Royal Athlete, 11 to 1. Second, number 9 What's the Crack, 12 to 1. And third, number 5 Dakin's Boy, 9 to 2, co-favorite.